down to your feet. So,
Yeah.
and then that starts with right size pillow, right? And I told you a couple of weeks ago when we first spoke, I literally have got 10, 20 pillows, and it's always a case of getting a new one, maybe putting two on top of each other.
Correct.
Or maybe putting an arm under one. It's so hard to size a pillow. So what makes a good pillow?
So I think everything that I've done truly is just common sense.
Yeah.
So there's two things that we know for sure. One is that the average head weighs 4 to 6 kilos. So even if you've bought a pillow that claims the bounciest bounce since bounce began, if you can squeeze your finger through it, then it's not supporting the weight of your head. And if it doesn't support the weight of your head as a start of a 10, then your head has to sink into the shoulder. You're going to be stretching your ear, one side, as a side sleeper always on your left, you'd always be doing this. You'd never be doing this, right? So thing one is it's got to support that weight. But thing two is that shouldn't be at the price of pressure. So if it was a brick in your shape, it would still burn your ear off. So it has to have, like all parts of the lying equation, what you lie on has to provide enough support that you feel safe and secure and comfortable, by definition, but enough pressure relief that you're not going to be susceptible to an injury. It's a very, very basic requirement. So it's not around going into a shop and giving a pillow a squidge and going, oh, that feels lovely.
That's what I do. Well, soft as bed, but it sounds like you basically need a pillow that keeps you like this, but obviously on your side.
Yeah.
But that's soft enough and it's not too hard.
Doctor, which is the most delicate part of your spine?
Or your neck, right? So,
right.
And so, okay, that's interesting because I've always gone for the softest pillow.
Sure, because it's comfortable. Because we've been educated on this. The kings in the 1900s lay on horsehair layers of 50 different things. And actually that's been mirrored in modern day sleep industry, excuse me.
That's okay. So I've always gone for a soft pillow. But what now, and then recently, memory foam, right? I know you said memory foam is bad. What about as a pillow? And why is that?
So memory foam was designed by NASA. We all know that. That's the big claim, right? That's the big exciting thing that this super space station place built this amazing material. And it is amazing. Yeah. It was designed for space travel crash safety. Okay. And in space where there's no gravity, you can see that sort of slow return of memory foam being phenomenal. Like that really is how you'd want to have that crash safety in space, I guess. I've never been in space. But in planet Earth where there's gravitational pull, something that deforms and softens under force and time is in a moving lying surface. And if you are, when you've got like a bit of a neck ache and you kind of bring your shoulders up to almost prevent that pain. So if you're lying on something that's always a real effort when you move, or every time you cough, the whole bed changes, then arguably you have to be so engaged, you have to have so much muscle tension. And when we're working in rehab centres, when we're working in hospitals, more often than not, the solution to the pressure relief is actually the cause of the pressure injury, because a patient can't move, because a patient finds it uncomfortable, so the peak pressures become more and more severe over time.
I see. So pillow-wise, you're saying feather? They're quite soft, right? And
I'm saying anything. Okay, so the two starters that cut out most pillows, and I really believe this to be true. I'm happy to be challenged. If pillows are in one size, then we should all be wearing the same one size shoe, or the one size same glasses prescription, or the same clothing size. It's so ludicrous that I would never wear my wife's shoes. She's a 5 and I'm an 11. Yep. Equally, she's 5'4", I'm 6'2". Yep. She lies on her back, I lie on my side. So we have a different size pillow. Obviously, like it's so obvious now I say it, right? If you, your wife, and your 2 young children are on the same size pillow, that's like wearing their mittens and their toddler shoes, and it sounds so ludicrous. But this is a global problem. The Olympians all had the same size beds, cardboard beds and one pillow. The hospitals globally all have one size bed, one size pillow. And every patient's needs are different. Every athlete's needs are different.
Okay. So I think with the pillow covered. Now, what about the bed itself? Mattress? Because I've got a memory foam one, again, and which I know you're going to say is probably bad. And that's probably for marketing or whatever it was. We've got a memory foam one. And whether it's helping me, to be honest, because we did a sleep consult a couple of weeks ago, and I remember you told me to sit in the middle of the bed and see if there's a dip, and which there was. So when I sat in the middle of the bed, it was an obvious dip, right? Which made me think the middle of my spine is probably not going to be aligned with my pelvis, because that's the heaviest part where I sleep. So is that a problem with memory foam mattresses as well as the pillows?
It's any surface that compresses under force. So because the industry's so hooky, there's so much claim of such nonsense that just can't be proven or possible. Everything that we've done, we've gone and proven. So we've worked with UCLAN's engineering department for years.
Yeah.
The head engineer there will tell you that Levitex is exponentially better than any foam on the market in terms of its deformation. So it's having this marriage of ability to pressure relieve without deforming. That's the first time that's happened. So we've always tried to solve pressure by making something that relieves pressure. But that doesn't solve support or comfort or stability or proprioceptive feedback.
I see.